HMD again. This is... Unless there's a method in this madness, I don't think this will be part of any kind of strategy that Liam Slater will have suggested.
I think Liam's trying to tell him to calm down.
Yeah. What's got there?
It's got a chain.
A steel, like a metal chain. It's a small metal chain. He's wrapping around the fist here.
He's literally been caught. HMD's been caught in HD here.
Oh no, he's wrapped it underneath his wristband. Oh. There's that cutter. RPD has no idea. HMD has a metal chain underneath his wrist tape there. Referee doesn't know either, more to the point. Now that Liam Slater's up on the apron, causing the distraction.
He's trying to buy some time. Oh! Well, he deserved that.
Lights
he
out.
Absolutely deserved that. Oh, wow!
That's an HMD KO on RPD. Give the assist to the metal chain. Look at him concealing it.
I tell you something, look, Liam Slater tucking it back in his pocket there. I'm telling you something right now, Dave. This Slater Dojo are lucky there's no VAR here in Bradford tonight.
It's clear to everyone at home that was a total robbery, that brazenly illegal use of that metal chain. Unfortunately though, it doesn't matter if we all saw it, referee did not. And HMD is going to go down in the history books as the winner here.
Look at Liam now telling HMD what dynamite hands he's got there.
Coach, who'd have thought? Striker versus striker, and the better striker wins. I'm probably the best striker in RevPro. Tom Thelwell, no king. RPD, clearly, no king. 1-2-1-1, bang, HMD wins. So HMD, yes, king. And speaking of numbers, hey, 1 down, 2 to go here in Bradford.
1 down, 2 to go. He's actually coming on.
Football.
Tonight, I lost my RevPro singles debut. But it took a loaded fist and a whole lot of cheating, didn't it, HMD? What did stick though, and what stuck with that crowd, and I'm sure Andy saw it as well, was the reaction the RevPro fans gave me. They were with me the second I walked through that curtain to the second I walked back through. And this is not the first nor the last time you will see RPD in a RevPro ring. That's a promise.
The referee is insisting on it. That's that chain again. That's that chain again. The same chain that Slater handed to HMD earlier to help him beat RPD.
Oh, he nailed him.
Deja vu here for Slater Dojo. Liam Slater just smacking Luke Jacobs with that steel chain. Liam, look at the smile on the face of Liam Slater. He's pleased with his handiwork. So much for having some pride in the manner of your victory.
Luke's bleeding, and Luke Jacobs is bleeding. He's saying, give me more.
That chain has cut open the face here of Luke Jacobs. Liam Slater with Jacobs on his back.
Oh, jeez!
Hoists him up into the pile driver. Devastating. But he's still kicked out.
How on earth did Luke Jacobs kick out? Watch out! Luke, oh no! Liam Slater, that ring's of Saturn applied!
Again into the submission. Look at the angle of the neck. Luke Jacobs. Now Jacobs might be out. Yes, he is.
It's over.
Another knockout. And that chain has a lot to answer for tonight. 2 for 2 for the the Slater Dojo, but the assist on both occasions goes to that metal chain.
Two down. One to go.
I waited to get my hands on Liam Slater. I didn't go for him when he provoked us in Sheffield last week. I waited until we could do it properly, one-on-one in Bradford. And when I had him down, in typical Slater Dojo fashion, he couldn't get it done by himself. He had to get Hardman Dan involved, and I tell you what, one day, I am going to get my hands on Slater Dojo, Liam Slater, Hardman Dan, even Leon if I have to. And I am going to destroy Slater Dojo one day. Now that I'm back in the singles division, I promise I am a problem for every single person in this company. I'm going to deal with them one day. And then I'm going to go back to climbing up the ladder in RevPro. And whether it's in a tag division or the singles division, I'm going to go back to being the best wrestler this company has ever produced.
Liam's just passed him a chain.
That's that chain. We've seen that twice tonight already. Leon Slater with the steel, that chain in hand. Referee is...
Well, it's worked for Slater Dojo twice tonight, hasn't it?
Referee sees it though. Leon looks torn about whether he wants to do that. The fans don't want him to. Liam Slater desperately does. He's got to see some sense here as well, because the referee is warning him. He handed the chain to the referee, much to the fury of Coach Liam.
If he's going to do this, he's going to do this on his own terms. Oh no! He swung the belt at the knee! He just swung the belt at the knee!
Oku! Half crab! After hitting the knee!
Not like this!
The belt!
Not like this!
Now Oku's got the chain!
He's got the chain! Oh my God!
Oku with the chain! Oku with the chain! Ref didn't see it! The ref didn't see it! And Michael Oku's going to win it! Oh no! Oh no!
In 2018, that was going to be my first full year as a professional wrestler. And my very first match in January, I end up breaking my wrist. I come back from that injury, I break my other wrist. So I spend my first full year in professional wrestling, the first 5 months on the shelf. I was so new that I became known as the black kid with the cast. My dreams of being a wrestler felt impossible. I came back from those injuries. I did not give up. Somehow, some way, Progress Wrestling said yes. We would like you to wrestle on our pre-show in a battle royal as we won Wembley Arena. Do you know what I did? I bawled. I cried my eyes out because I could not believe that I was going to be able to wrestle at Wembley Arena. Even, yes, though it was a pre-show battle royal, I couldn't have been more grateful. And then, time passes. Things change on the British wrestling scene. There is a mandate that say, hey, if you are signed to WWE, if you're an NXT UK wrestler, you cannot wrestle certain indie dates, or you cannot wrestle for certain promotions. You could wrestle for Progress, but you couldn't wrestle for Revolution Pro Wrestling. And through, I'm going to say attrition, RevPro were forced to find new faces. And there I was. Do you know who weren't forced to use new faces. It was the other place. And so a guy like me, a guy like Connor Mills, when we turn up to their shows, we'd be stuck doing meet and greets and helping out. And as we are the photographers doing meet and greets, taking photos for Trevor Lees and the Kyle O'Reillys of the world, it was Pete Dunne that said, hey, what are you doing having those guys taking photographs for the wrestlers? They should be in the ring. They are the best. And just like that, everything changed for Michael Oku. Everything changed for Connor Mills. We were on an upward trajectory. We were taking different paths, but we knew that we were the best in London. I dominate RevPro. He dominates nearly every other promotion other than RevPro, and I know that he is good enough to be here. So I get him in the door, and what does he do? He all but spits in my face for doing so. You may be asking why I'm talking about this long road in terms of Progress running Wembley and obviously RevPro is running Wembley in a few weeks. That is simply because after this victory, I am now guaranteed to be going from the pre-show to the main event of Wembley Arena. And I'm wrestling a guy who side by side, I felt like we had so many parallels. I felt like we were the best of friends. And he can't take the fact that I am better than him. But do you know what I can't handle? I can't handle the fact that I do it all. I win everything. I travel the world, represent this country, represent this promotion, and there are genuinely fans who believe that Mills is better than me. And moreover than fans, there are the wrestlers in the back. There are our own trainers who trained us that say that Mills is the guy. And I can't shake that pain. So the way I see it, on the biggest stage that RevPro have ever put on, the place that we have both performed in the past, I will successfully beat you again, successfully retain this and prove to everyone, because I know you're going to bring everyone. I know you're going to bring all your friends. I know our trainers are going to come down and watch this. And I can finally prove to them that I am a better wrestler than Conor.